This is more dark elf, Dunmer, whatever bullshit. This is the small one. Which, you get your cool fire pit. I should buy that just for the fucking coals. And, I thought about this one, but it's a little small. Unfurnished, 70 grand. This is another, like, $40 home. I mean, I'll get it eventually, but I'm a little burned out on the dark elf architecture. Furnished, let's... Oh, whoops. Oh, whatever, it worked. Yeah, I guess. I mean, how cool would that be if you rent... Okay, I was gonna say rented, but honestly, don't. My experience leads me to give the advice based on my experience, so therefore it's just my experience, that renting used to be the bomb, not the bomb anymore. But imagine if you had a place like this and you just went up on a platform and you could be like, ah ha ha, from up high while you sleep. And babe, I fell off the bed, but I fell down half a story because of where we put the bed. Like, that would be kind of sick, right? Like, we need a little more creativity in the fucking houses that are built. Dane, now is not the time for fucking creativity. Canada has declared a housing crisis. Yeah, it's been that way for a long time. They're only just fucking noticing. And because they can't blame it on the coof anymore, now they're like, I guess we should try and do something about it. Dane? Stop talking about politics. I can't help it. We're talking about houses. This fucking kicks ass. This is actually pretty nice. Oh, what is this? Rough crate lid. I could use that for something, but I don't have it. I mean, whoever lives here leaves a kind of boring life. You know, and it's just one person, maybe two thin people who, you know, get up on this bed together. See, it would be nice if I had more emotes to, like, lay down. And you see what I'm struggling with the camera here. Like, I can't get a good shot of anything. So little Dane here is always down in this part of the corner, and it would be really nice if it had screenshot mode. Like, that was one of the things with WoW, is it didn't need like a camera mode because it kind of already had one because of how dynamic the camera was in the first place. So whenever you were recording, like, remember when people did machinima? Not the channel, but the thing itself, which is why they called it that. You know, you could really, like, when you were doing it, if you were the one capturing, you could really, like, direct. It was really kind of cool. This is the extent to which I can do, is sort of just tilt the camera and, you know, like, it's not, you know, a minor thing, but it would be handy if I could figure out a way to unlock the, like, if there is a way and you fucking know, will you please tell me? Because screenshot mode don't do shit. Look at this. If I can remember how the fuck to do that. It's a video. This is screenshot mode. All it does is turn off the HUD. It doesn't allow me to pull the camera off the dolly and move it. You know what I mean? And I can't type in the commands for me to do shit to capture it, so it's kind of not great. But I mean, whatever. I mean, everything else is so good with this. This will just kick us out. It won't show us where we actually are, but yeah, where are we? No, see, it doesn't. Craig and Home. I just want to go up one level. Craig and Home, Stone Falls. And then you would think that when I go up the next level, we'd still be in Stone. Oh, we are! Okay, it did work that time. Sometimes it seems like it doesn't. So I'm definitely not going to buy this anytime soon, because look, I've got the Chateau, which is the biggest kind of house you can get, a manor. I've got the... Under there is the Ebon Flask. I've got Humble Mud. There would be no reason for me to buy this until I just don't have any other reason to do it. Anyway, next on the list. Oh, did I make money? Yes, you guys are gonna have to deal with me actually playing the game. Give me all my money, baby. I love money, baby. So yeah, I try not to rip anybody off. But I still don't... Because the trading system is not centralized, I'm not sure if I'm ripping people off or ripping myself off. Or if I'm actually being fair. But I figure with those recipes, because I keep finding them constantly, like, you know, just mark them up by default and basically just get rid of them. It is worth more to me to sell them for very, like, less and clear the spots, because I have a limit on how much I can put in any one trading area. Maybe I'll get into that in another video. Moonmirth House. I wandered into this house when I was first trying to figure out the game. And that was when I first realized, like, you could buy, like, a house, and I was so confused, but I thought that was rad. It's nothing to write home about, but it's super cute. I think it's kind of cute. I love this shit. Yes, we're adults playing dolls, but there's something sort of Man, if I was someone who actually did video essays, there's so many topics I could get into. I would be so interested in looking into if there's been research about like sort of the universal types of play that human beings engage in. Like playing with dolls of any kind is pretty common across cultures, I believe. And just playing house, playing cowboys and Indians. I know we're not allowed to call it that anymore, but us versus them, basically, whatever you want to call it. And then that translates into basically what all of our play is built off of. And the fact that it still appeals to us as adults, those of us who play video games anyway, is kind of interesting. I wonder if there's something there to look into. Anyway, look at this beautiful house. That's a nice lamp, actually. It doesn't have a yard. It's really just a big room. But it's super cute. It's got a gorgeous aesthetic. It is actually in a little area that's kind of cute. I think it's by like a rice paddy. Like that's what that is. 50 grand. That's not too bad. I could buy that right now. Dane, it says it's red. My money's in my bank. I mean, at least I think. Oh, I can't pull my banker out here. I think I've only got... Maybe I'm a little bit under. Maybe I've only got like 40 grand. Because I keep buying houses. So this is... Oh, wait. We were going to see it furnished, right? My bad. Sorry. Let us leave. Another $40 house, basically. I mean, yeah, this is nice. Need some books. No fireplace, though. Not really room to put crafting stations. And getting actual crafting stations is not, like, kind of a pain in the ass. I have 2 alchemy tables, but, like, I bought them. It's kind of maybe I'll show you one of our guild halls. Just show you what I mean. Actually, you know what? Let me show you a guild hall right now. Oh yeah, I can use this one. Okay, so this is that Seville Spire, which I think is the biggest house there is. This belongs to one of the guilds I'm in. So this is somebody in the guild owns this, and this is the one that gets used as the guild hall. This one is interesting. This one is only the crown store, so this is going to be another one of those like $140 ones. But it's... we'll go through it. I have this horrible feeling that they have the name of the guild on one of the buildings when you walk in. In which case... fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? I'm showing it off because it's cool! So props to them! These cool peeps that allow me to hang out with them. I'll take a look at what they got. Yeah, they fucking do. Okay, so... anyway, I don't know where this guild hall is. Where are we? Betnik? Oh, we're over here on this island. Okay, so I guess I came in by boat. And, yeah, way to be anonymous, guys. Anyway. And see, they put the crafting state. This seems to be what people do in these guild halls. Which, in a way, is disappointing to me. Because I was hoping when I joined guilds that there were going to be a bunch of roleplay nerds that had, like, super furnished them out to be, like, nice and cool and livable. But they're just, like, utility halls. Which is, I mean, whatever. Like, if I own this place, it'd be fucking crazy. I do appreciate that they put the name of the guild up there. So, well, yeah, Musa, whatever. You guys, good guild hall. I'm going to use it as an example. And you can kick me out if you're mad about it. They won't know because nobody watches this shit. This is just Dane screaming into the ether. And if you heard me out in the ether, I appreciate you. Anyway, woodworking station. I don't understand the concept of these attuned stations, which is what this is. It seems to just let me do what I want, but wait, it's got item sets. Fuck, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Oh, I'm gonna have to do some reading. I don't know what this means. I think regular stations don't have that. But whatever, I can make shit here for woodworking. Clothing. Blacksmithing. This thing just, I'm not really sure what the point of this thing is. It's, you can buy it in the crown store and it just restores all of your like stats. But your stats come back so fast. Why would I bother traveling to the guild hall to hit this? Like so many guilds seem to have it. I'm just not getting it, I guess. Which, shocker. This is jewelry crafting. My jewelry crafting is just not there yet. Hi guys. You're a banker. Let's see what my wealth actually looks like. Hi.
In our vaults than traded for some frilly foot coverings.
I bought the cat, but I feel like I should buy this guy at some point.
Is frugality.
This guy talks a lot. What does my money look like? Oh, I don't have as much as I thought. So I have 47, well, 48 in the bank. Whatever. I love that it has that, though, that ability to just put money aside. Like in WoW, if you were trying to do a savings account, you would just send it to another character because your banks weren't connected. But like, I like that this has it. But I think I share my bank with any other tunes that I have. I just have the original one that I rolled because she might as well just hang out there. But yeah, that's cool. What do I have in my bank? I got all sorts of shit in my bank. I don't know what should be in my bank. I am drowning. I am drowning in these things. These fucking maps. I don't know what to do with them. You're a merchant. What does this guy say?
What an honor it is to have me as your personal merchant.
That is kind of awesome. I don't regret buying the cats, but that is kind of cool. I don't think I have any. Here, you can have my crusty bread. There you go. Alright. Then we are going to go down there. But, like, look how cool this is. Like, you know that if this was, like, in World of Warcraft, there'd be a bunch of blood elves just lounging about in the pool here, stripped down to their bikinis, being like, yeah, and someone be having a conversation over here about, like, so what do you think about the new war chief? What a shit? Why isn't it one of us? Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and we go on. Look how cool that is. But it's empty, right? Like, they didn't really do much with it because they don't give a shit because it's just a guild hall. But they could have. And then these guys, which are, you are just another banker and another merchant. Are you a real person? Hey, Guildy. What's going on? I don't fully understand outfits yet. Enchanting. Ah, but these aren't attuned, are they? That is what it is. When they're attuned, they have that, like, that menu at the top. But when they're not attuned, they don't. So my big, huge balls guild does not have all attuned tables. That's interesting. Do I have anything to extract? I do not. I bought a couple of these. I have a couple of these. Alchemy, I want that. That's a good cooking fire. My cooking fires are just fires. But anyway, this is I don't know how to use this yet. This is deceptive, right? You're like, oh, that's big, that's cool, but, you know, 144 bucks. Whoa, don't you worry. Let's go down there. Whoa! Oh, dear. Where the heck am I? This is big and spooktacular. Look how gorgeous that is. Wait, I have inspection mode. Let's see here. Oh, that's not part of the actual building. They put that in. That's cool. Okay. Look at all this shenanigan. Look how huge this is! These are these the Mundu stones or whatever? Which I guess just like give you a buff. I think I have the steed turned on to go fast. Look at this. Like, impressive but empty. I was kind of expecting with the guilds, like I said, that they'd be way more like RP-like, but this is still pretty cool. I will probably buy this when it's available again. What is this? Fucking nothing, just enjoy it. Statues. Now, do they have a music box playing? Because I guess you can do that. I feel like they just put this in. I feel like that wasn't there the other day. Anyway. What else do you got down here in this crazy Seville Spire place? I would love to see what this looks like with the furnishings that it would have had. Look how cool this is! What is this? Honored ancestors. Whatever this is. What are these candles? Brotherhood candelabra. Okay. And then... did they build this thing or is this in here usually? All the trophies. How do I get that? This is cool! Look what... no, they must have built this. Because I have these trophies. That's cool. But like, look at it! That's amazing. That's very cool. I don't know where exactly you'd put your guildies if you were, you know, from an RP point of view. I guess you could put like a bunch of rooms in here that you build. Oh, I didn't realize there was like watery stuff up there. What else do we have in Seville Spire here? I got another one of these. Alchemy shelves filled. So this is all one piece of furniture. How the fuck do I get that? Who are you? Property steward. What's your deal? Are you a house guest?
Greetings. My primary functions
Whoa.
include storage and security. Would you like to deposit goods or gold?
No, I'm good. You scare me, but I appreciate you. See, there's another one of these things. Armory station. So you can just fight these things. These are just target dummies. Which are cool. To see what your deeps are. And if you can do... Oh, they've got a few of them. And then... Yeah, I can get in here. What the hell is this? I mean, I don't know, but it kicks ass. But, you know, like, it's a little too much, right? Anyway, let's get out of here. Now that you've seen a guild hall, you know what we're working with here. Sorry, Musa. Thanks for letting me use your thing. Looks fucking baller. Who's next on the list? Oh, Snug Pod. Alright, I own the Snug Pod, and the Snug Pod is down here over in the Gratwood. I like this one the best. This is my favorite one. I'm a big fan. I want more of these houses that are these Snuggy Pod weird tree ball things. Because this, you know what's weird is when I first was like reading a little bit, okay, like what's a wood elf now that I am one? And what's with the aesthetic that they've got? I was like, I don't really like the aesthetic. Like, I don't like that it's all bone and leather and that kind of shit. That's lame. I thought a wood elf would be like a druid, basically. But it kind of kicks ass. I kind of love that I can be an ultimate cannibal. Like, look at my hoose. As my banker kitty. I got my cauldron. I got my fermenting sacks. I'm not sure what I just bought this today from the luxury guy. There's a vendor that shows up in a place called Cold Harbor every weekend and sells you really expensive shit, furniture that I don't think you can make. I just thought that was cool, so I bought it. Got lots of these, lots of candles. This is where I sleep on my furs. This is my pack rat because he's a bomb. My stew. This is where I cook. My weird... I don't know why the fish are shiny, but they are. This is a real cooking fire. So I can, you know, make junk. I'm not going to, though. And... my meat. My leather. Beautiful things. Snakes. Leather furniture. And then my favorite part is this. I need the recipe to know how to make this. This wheelbarrow with a dead guy on it. I feel like this is the coolest house that I have. I love it. And I can get a bigger one. And a bigger one. Maybe one day an even bigger one. Look, there's a little hand hanging from the ceiling. It's so cool. I love it. I originally did not like this aesthetic. Now I'm a fan. This one just lets out in Gratwood, which is not a bad crafting place for now. See, doesn't that look like some night elf bullshit? So when I was here, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be basically just a night elf druid. That'll be fine. Just like, you know, woods and candles and the whole thing. And then it was like, no, there's this thing called the Green Pact, which seems very hypocritical, in which you cannot cut down the trees and use the plants. But you can pay other people to do it. You can pay goys to do it, basically. So, but I like the cannibal part. I like that we're all about the meat. So I can roll with that. Because usually elves are all like airy fairy elfy, right? Oh, I'm at the land. This one, they're just like, nah, man, give me the blood. This looks so much like...
Perhaps we can complete a writ or two on our downtime.
No, Corliss. This is 100% this was in WoW. And I'm not even talking about the Night Elf, like, starting city. In that, what was that X pack before the Dragons, was it Dragon's Reach or whatever? The one where you're all dead, in the afterlife. There was legit an area, I think I was allied with it, because you had to kind of like pick one that you were going to be with, and it dictated sort of like some of your rewards and stuff. And you were just inside a big ass tree. I wonder which came first. But I mean, you can only do fantasy shit so many ways, right? So, I mean, this kind of kicks ass. There doesn't seem to be, like, really a nice little crafting hub. But it does have an assload of carriages to different places. And this whole zone is nice for the drops. So I am a fan. Next on the list, I think we can just port to it, which would be nice. Is... Twin Arches. This one I think is cool. I'm down for this one. Come, Corliss, jump into the stars with me, friend. Stop dicking around with the wood elves. So doesn't it look cool in the concept pictures? I know AI and everything is like, put together a room with a blah and it'll do something, but I think there's always going to be something different than what human beings come up with. Because they're not drawing just from data that's out there in the world. They're drawing from the data they've acquired in their own personal lives. And the variability of those selective data sets is so vast that I think AI is always going to come up with basically the same thing. But you're only ever going to get real spice and sort of branding from actual human beings. Dane, you don't know what you're talking about. I know a little bit. I don't use them because I don't like them. No, that's a lie. In some of what I do for a living, we use AIs, but so do you probably, and you just don't realize it. And when we call it an AI, like, we're really giving it way more credit than it needs to. Like, a robotic process assistant is not that fucking impressive these days. And that's most of what that shit is. Dane, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see it unfurnished, which actually looks pretty good. You know, it's got these plants. Got a yard. Has 2 entrances. Pretty big. Has a lamp. Lampazza. Windies. This is pretty good. This is just gonna let out in there. But what does furnished version look like? Ooh. I like me a Redguard Tuffet. So you got your bar. They're all about the bars. What is this? Kebabs. No cooking fire though. No fireplace. Sleeping spot by the door. Some books. Gotta have a crate. It's kind of empty. They could have given you more. Still think it might be a solid option though. All they did was give us some trees. But you know, I mean, it's pretty good. And these smaller houses are actually pretty legit.